Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Sega Man back with our brother, the Don King of Xbox, with the Exile Podcast Morning Breakfast Talk. Man, we got some stuff to talk about this morning, man. Brother E, we're going to talk about and get some things off our chest about this new, PlayStation 5 Pro. Just needs a little bit mo. We're going to
Oh,
get into talking about this, man, and we're going to talk about the price that it is, which we know all you scandalous clowns out there, you're not going to buy it, so it doesn't matter. But we're going to get into it and talk about this, man, amongst a couple other things. But brother E, man, introduce yourself, bro.
hey man, this is E-Rock X, the Don King of Xbox, the hype, the hype man for the Xbox brand, and the meanest man still on YouTube.
That's right.
We all are the crew are doing an Unlimited Truth podcast tonight at 6 o'clock p.m.
Yes,
Eastern
sir.
Standard Time. But I just wanted to talk to Sega Man one on one, man, because I had to take down notes. I had to I was minding my business yesterday. I don't give a damn about PlayStation, they audience, they fan base. I was a PlayStation owner for several years, had the PS1, I had the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3. I am an Xbox dude for life, but uh you couldn't escape two things yesterday: the presidential debate, and you couldn't escape Sony's big news about the PS5, which
Yep.
just like the PS4 Pro gave you a little bit more. You got the PS5 Pro. It just has just a little bit more. And you know what, man? The one thing that rang true all yesterday, Sega Man, on Twitter and on all of the Twitches and on X and everywhere that you could get a social media feed was this one song. $700 was the case that they gave me. $700. It's $699, but let's call a spade a spade. All right, you
Right.
looking at you're looking at $728 30 of the taxes, right?
Hmm.
That's before you buy anything. The hardware doesn't come with a disk drive. That's separate. For your $700 for that case they're giving you. Remember, 700 is the case that they gave you. They ain't even giving you a vertical stand. So listen, me and Hebot, we've seen this for decades from Sony. We've seen this for decades from them, man. They need money, and their cash cow, now that it's no longer Call of Duty, is the Sony fan base, who are, believe it or not, you got some fools that are going to buy this. Now, there were like three stages of acceptance and denial that happened yesterday, live and in real time. first was first was first was like, oh man, look at that, Mark Cerny, he's back on stage again after being hidden, after being in the witness protection program for about 4 years, after his last batch of lies about the PlayStation 5. Then it was like, okay, oh, all right, no vertical stand, no nothing. And then the price came, and oh my God, you heard a collective scream across the galaxy like the Death Star blew up a whole bunch of planets. It's like they couldn't believe it, man. So if I could be serious, man, I wrote down some notes that I was going to say for the Unlimited Truth podcast tonight.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wrote down some notes, but like I want to talk to you personally. I want to. Hey, the other Zinc is actually going to be on the show tonight. Excuse me,
Yep.
Outer Zinc is
Outer,
going to be on the
outer,
show
outer
tonight.
zinc. Outer zinc's gonna be
Yeah,
on the show. Get it right. Get it right, E. Get it right.
yeah, right. Outer Zinc. So basically, what Mark Cerny showed yesterday, he showed a PlayStation 5 Pro that supposedly is 68 supposedly percent more efficient and runs better than the current chiplets in the PlayStation 5. Now the
Yeah.
reason why I said purportedly, because as you know now, and as we have known for 25 years, I've said this for 25 years before I met you, Hebot, or anybody else in this YouTube space. I've said with Sony, believe, believe, N- n-
Yes,
believe,
unlimited. I'll be able to make it. Go ahead. Go ahead, E-Rock. Go ahead.
believe none of what you hear and half of what you see with PlayStation. Believe none of what you hear because it's a lie, and believe half of what you see because it's probably fake full motion video. Now, Mark Cerny lied to us 4 years ago about the capabilities of the PlayStation 5. He did. He did. The PlayStation 5 was basically a last generation console with mild ray tracing capabilities. They
Mm-hmm.
just upped the teraflops, which does help with your compute processing. They upped the teraflops, but that console was basically last generation. What it was, Sega Man, was the Xbox Series X caught Sony completely off guard. We talked about this 4 years ago on the Exile podcast, if you remember, about
Yeah,
how
yeah.
Xbox had caught Sony off guard in silicone, which means they were able to get the silicone for cheaper. They were able to make their chips faster with AMD or whoever, and they were able to get a lot on that chip with the ray tracing, with the all of this stuff in there, all this technical wizardry that's in there. So if you had an Xbox Series X, we already had ray tracing. If you had an Xbox Series X, we already had PlayStation 5 Pro's new Super Sony Saiyan Resolution Upgrader, which is going to make all PlayStation Pass games be upscaled to look great. Well, we already had that. We already had the performance boost with the Xbox Series X for like what, 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
For like 4 years, we
Yeah, at
already
least
had
4 years. Yeah.
at least 4 years. We had that. We had ray tracing. In fact, Forza Motorsports is an example of real-time ray trace lighting and ray tracing in a racing game. And because people have never seen that before, they don't know what they're looking at. They're like, oh man, this game, it don't look as good as other racing games. Actually, it looks better. It looks better. I've been playing Forza Motorsports for quite some time now,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
when you realize what's going on, it's actually mind-boggling what's going on in that game. But basically, Sony just spent millions in research and development just to catch up with the Xbox Series X, Tony. Sega Man. That's basically what this is. Xbox Series X caught them off guard 4 years ago, and they had to play catch up really, really fast.
Right.
So, as you watch the video, you will notice that Mark Cerny, he gives you three talking points: artificial intelligence, which is supposed to help out with the computing or graphics or whatever. 68% more efficiency, um, and ray tracing capabilities. All of this was to catch up with the Xbox Series X, which was starting to pull away in performance. Even Digital Foundry showed it with the
Mm-hmm.
latest video on a game called Space Marines. Space Marines ran flawlessly on the Xbox Series X at 60 frames per second at
Yep.
4K, while the PlayStation 5 was struggling. PlayStation knew this. They were being exposed this last 3.5 years, and they needed to catch up with the Xbox Series X. Mark Cerny has deliberately, Sega Man, given no specs about the machine's teraflops. He's deliberately given no specs about the machine's clock speeds. He just stuck to three main points because we know this guy is now a liar. Because if you remember Sega Man 4 years ago, this was the same guy that when the PS5 launched told us that the magical SSD, the solid state drive, was going to make games faster and better. And we all knew that was all bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, watching this announcement and watching the the bombshell of $700, 700 United States dollars. Over in Australia, the price is doubled, so it's probably $1,400 over there. It's probably
Yeah,
fourteen
that's
hundred
right.
dollars in New Zealand.
That's right. And in Canada, right?
Oh, and Canada, so they crying right now. I'm hoping, I'm hoping, Sega Man, that this is finally the nail in PlayStation's coffin. I'm hoping this is finally it, man. I'm hoping this is finally it. But knowing the PlayStation fans, it won't be. It won't be. Stone King X says the PS5 Pro is Sony's slick way to sell first-party AAA exclusives for $80. Hey, I believe it, bro.
I believe
I,
it too.
I believe it, bro. I believe it, bro. And it gets to my final point, Sega Man, and I want to get your opinions on this. I think with the reveal of the PlayStation 5 Pro, that we're going down a bad road, bro. We're going down a
Mm-hmm.
bad road. I have voiced several times since 2020 with you and other people that $500 was a lot to ask for a video game system. It was a lot. That was like it was a lot when they asked for it for the Xbox One, but now it's just the economy is different. The world has changed, and now we're going down this road where these motherfuckers is asking for us $700. Hell, three more hundred. You got what? A grand. These so
Yeah.
basically
Yep.
these niggas is asking for a grip to play video games, and the video games aren't going to look that much better than what you're already getting on the Xbox Series X for
Right.
$500. Like this shit is crazy. But I'm not even surprised at this point. Everybody's surprised. All these YouTubers that I've seen, because once you pop on one video, a whole bunch of other shit comes into your feed on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's surprised. Like, I can't believe this. Sony is crazy. I can't believe Sony would do this. Oh man, Sony's dicking the consumers. Sony's screwing us over. And my thing is like, man, where the fuck have y'all been the last 25 years? What what have me, Hebot, Sega Man, and even new kids on the scene like Unlimited Production? What have we been telling y'all the last 4 years? What have I been telling y'all the last 7 years on the E-Rock X channel back when that was a thing? What has Hebot been telling y'all? What what
Mm-hmm.
what have I been telling y'all when I wrote my blog for OneUp.com? What have I been telling y'all what have I been telling y'all back when I was on GameSpot forums back in 2006? This company, they are who they are. They're a greedy Japanese company, and they don't care about their consumers. But these guys will defend the dynasty. They will defend these Japanese. They will defend Sony to the end. And you have people like Geoff Keighley, the host of the dubious video game awards every year. Just they should just call it the fucking the games that are popular awards show or the Sony Shill Awards show. You got Geoff Keighley making 10,000 tweets defending $700 for a fucking console. Stone King X says the PS5 Pro moves Sony closer to day one PlayStation exclusives on PC. There's already an app for dual sense settings on PC. The final step is a PlayStation storefront for PC.
Yeah.
I think this
Could
is
be
their
right.
last Stone King. I think this is their last grasp, their
Yeah.
last gasp, not grasp, their last gasp.
Yeah.
GAP. This is it,
Yeah.
man. This is it. Like I don't know how much the research and development was for this thing, but like, you know, I I remember very vividly Sega Man and myself talking about the PlayStation 5 during its reveal way back in 2020. We were looking at this fucking Frankenstein machine cobbled together from a fucking hardware store, and it looked like a Build-A-Bear workshop. And we
Mm-hmm.
said, this thing ain't no competition for the Xbox fucking Series X. That Xbox Series X presentation was serious. We got numbers, we got information on RAM, we got information on
Yep.
chips, we got information on ray tracing, we got information on a lot of features that developers still haven't implemented yet inside that machine, like RDNA 2, which we still haven't really seen used yet. So the thing was, Sega Man, these boxes were supposed to be future proofed, which means like, yeah, I know we're not going to have another console generation that lasts 9 years or however long it was for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, but
Right.
4 years and you coming out with a mid-generation refresh, that just tells me that Mark Cerny lied about the PlayStation 5 4 years ago. And
Yeah.
if Sarah Bond uh, is correct, she alluded to a few months ago in that interview that her and Phil Spencer did with Forbes or whoever it was. They did an interview with one of those financial people, and Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer alluded to the fact that they have other Xbox consoles ready to go. So, as much as I hate this, Sega Man, as much as I hate this, um, I don't know whether Xbox is going to play a wait and see type of thing, because really the PlayStation 5 Pro isn't that much better than what we're getting here on the Xbox Series X. But knowing Digital Foundry
Hey, E,
and go ahead,
can you keep them entertained for a minute? I got to do something real quick.
yeah, go ahead in your business.
All right.
Knowing these YouTubers, they're going to make videos about how, oh man, PlayStation 5 Pro is so much better than this. And I've seen the games. The games are going to be great and blah, blah, blah. My thing is, as much as I'm against this, guys, chat, I feel as though that the Xbox team should sooner than later announce a mid-gen refresh. I don't like it. My wallet ain't gonna like it. Your wallet ain't gonna like it. But if you're Team Xbox, you cannot let Sony at this late date change the narrative. You can't. Not when you've been controlling the narrative for so long. You cannot let PlayStation start a new narrative about power again. We went through that back from 2013 to 2019, which, by the way, wasn't true in the first place because Xbox One had some of the best looking games of that generation, other than the Uncharted series or God of War. You cannot let them control that power narrative. But again, man, like I said earlier, we're going down a bad road with this pricing. $700 is just madness. Unlimited Production says, going to talk about it later on my channel as well, even when Sony charges $700 for a console, it's Xbox's fault. Yeah, I know. I saw a lot of chats from all the Twitter people, because I'm not on Twitter no more. I hear about their nonsense from other sources. Apparently now it's Xbox's fault that Sony's releasing a $700 console. It's Xbox's fault and not PlayStation Nation's fault for being fucking cucks who suck off this company every fucking day for the last 25 years. Other Zinc's going to join us tonight. Other Zinc says jumped in to hit the like button. Definitely can't participate. I'm actually in a meeting. See you guys tonight on the Unlimited Truth. Unlimited Production says PlayStation 5 Pro new tagline is "You need a second job." That's right, man. That's right. They say over at PlayStation, play has no limits. It's more like pay has no limits because you're gonna be paying. You're gonna be paying out the ass. Oh my god, you're gonna be paying out the ass. Oh my god, that is just crazy. But yeah, chat, man, things is just crazy. Like I really don't know. Unlimited Production says PS5 Pro in Canada is $900, in Australia $1,050. Jesus Christ, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. Stone King X says the PlayStation 5 Pro looks like the PS5 Slim digital disc because it was supposed to launch last year. Sony held it up so they could charge it. And Mark Cerny is a PlayStation snake oil salesman. Not only is Mark Cerny a PlayStation snake oil salesman, you know who he reminds you of? This might be before some of you guys' time. Look up Saturday Night Live and Dana Carvey's church lady. That's who Mark Cerny looks like. He looks like the church lady. Like, oh well, now isn't that special? Every time he talks, I'm like, oh my god, that's the fucking church lady. But oh my god, this is crazy. Tuckmaster says, so fellas, let's just tell the truth. When is PS4 Pro coming out? Who knows, man? Oh God. Unlimited Production says, E-Rock, we are not getting a mid-generation refresh from Xbox. Any new hardware is gonna be next generation or a handheld. Sounds about right, man. Stone King X says, oh, good grief. Watch Grand Theft Auto 6 get delayed into 2026, the same year the next gen Xbox is supposed to release. Hey, you know what, man? That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Plans have been changed. But I mean, we saw so much of that video last year, that demo video. Was it last year or was it last December? Last year. We saw so much of that video. It looks like a lot of it is done. Now, whether that's on consoles or PC, has yet to be remained. But remember, there were like 645 versions of Grand Theft Auto 5 released for various consoles from 2013 to 2020. So who knows? Dana Carvey looks exactly like him. Gaming since the 80s says Sega Man 101. How are you doing? Sega Man's going to join us in a second. He had to go handle some business. Yeah, man. Yesterday was the 25th anniversary of the Dreamcast. Where the hell did the time go, man? The Dreamcast, one of the greatest consoles ever, man. I enjoyed it so much. And you would figure that on the 25th anniversary of the Dreamcast, that a YouTuber named Dreamcast Guy would be talking about the actual Dreamcast. Nope. He was on his channel doing a Sony fucking viewing show of the PlayStation 5 reveal, and not a word was mentioned about the Dreamcast. So I am putting out a petition in my busy schedule and in my spare time, a petition that the Dreamcast guy changes his name from Dreamcast guy to Pony guy or PlayStation guy immediately. Like you don't have any right to call yourself Dreamcast guy anymore because you never talk about the Dreamcast. The only guy who actually talks about the Dreamcast is Sega Man or Hebot. But yeah, 25th anniversary of the Dreamcast. What a console that was. Had so much fun. We had no idea when we bought it back in I bought it day one back in September 1999. It launched on September 9th, 1999, but I bought it a little bit afterwards that same month. Had so much fun with that console. Sega really understood what gaming was about, that it was about fun. These, with the exception of Shenmue, because Shenmue was a much more of a detailed experience. You weren't going to just run through Shenmue. Shenmue demanded days out of your life to play in the finish. But for the most part, the majority of Sega's games, they understood the gaming should be quick, fun, and enjoyable. The type of thing that Hebot has always talked about for the longest time, man. He likes his gaming in quick, fun bursts. And Sega understood that, man. They had the arcade spirit, and it was just a great console. But man, chat, $700, chat. $700. Let me see in the chat. Gaming since the 80s says the PlayStation 5 Pro reveal was worse than the PS3 reveal in 2006. They have learned nothing from their past mistakes. They made the PS3 look good. They made the PS3 look good with the PS5 Pro reveal. You know what, man? It's called ego. It's called arrogance. It's called hubris. And this company just doesn't get it. And I don't think they ever will. Mark Cerny's just a tech guy. The guy is in charge. I don't know who's in charge now. Some Japanese guy. Ever since Crying and Lion Jim Ryan was forced into early retirement after his failed embargo of the the Xbox Activision deal. You know, shit failed spectacularly. So they got a new guy in charge. They put a Japanese guy back in charge. They are clueless, dude. You know, the average American, sorry, Josh Kelly, sorry, a lot of you big YouTubers, the average fucking American does not have $500 for a console. I only got lucky 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I was just freshly semi-retired from my job. I've been working on for years, and I had grands laying around. I had money laying around, right? So I could afford to invest in a new console back in November 2020. I could afford to invest in an Xbox Series X, and I almost didn't get one. They were sold out everywhere here in Philadelphia. Every Best Buy, every Walmart, every store, they were sold out. It was actually Hebot, the world's most powerful gamer, with his many connections, right? It was Hebot who got a lot of us an Xbox Series X. We sent him the money. He sent us the box. We paid for shipping, and it was all was right with the world. But I mean, I gotta tell you, man, for a minute I thought this shit was over. I'm like, yo, man, no more consoles to buy for at least 7 years. And here we are again with a next gen refresh. You know, I told a buddy of mine on Instagram who I always talk to, man. I was like, yo, man, I don't know about this next gen refresh shit, man. It's like you can't keep asking folks to drop half of a grand on a fucking box. But Sony took the cake. Sony said, fuck asking for $500. We are asking for $700. That is crazy, man. That is nuts. Unlimited Production says that Dreamcast guy doesn't give a shit about the Dreamcast. He is absolutely, obviously a PlayStation guy, man. Obviously. Um, dude, that is crazy to me, man. Tuckmaster says a total of $850 if you buy everything with the Blu-ray player and the stand. That is with tax included for the PS5 Pro. Yo, Tuck, shit is crazy, dude. Yeah, Tuck. As soon as Sega Man gets back, I'm gonna tell him to send you an invite, man. He had somebody coming by to fix his hot water heater, man. It's the time of the season for hot water. You don't want to be washing your ass with cold ass water at 3. So he had to go. He had to go talk. He had to go talk to the he had to go talk to the water heater guy, man, so to make sure that motherfucker gets his shit straight. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Unlimited Production said people aren't buying $70 games. They are not going to buy a $700 console. Hey, listen, Unlimited Production. Let's not be so sure. This audience, them PlayStation dudes is wow, bro. They probably. Oh my God, crap gamer, uh, MGB, Dreamcast guy, man, they probably cracked open their piggy banks. They probably gonna work extra shifts at the deli. They probably gonna work extra shifts walking dogs. They gonna do whatever they want to do. They're gonna have to do to get that PS5 Pro, which gives you just a little bit more, so they can talk that talk on Twitter. That's all this is about, is talking that talk on Twitter. I didn't think I'd be talking about this, but usually it's good to get out ahead of the Xbox community, because the Xbox community, as we know, is weak. They'll be the main ones reacting negatively to this. Oh man, my God, what's Xbox gonna do? And like Unlimited Production said, man, Xbox is probably gonna do nothing. We've already had the Pro system for 4 years, the Xbox Series X. But I do remember Phil Spencer saying that they were never going to come in second as far as graphics and visuals ever again. So the question is now, what is Phil going to do next? Is he going to go back on his word, which he has done before? I love Phil Spencer, but Phil Spencer speaketh with forked tongue. So, we'll see what he does, man. But I mean, if I'm Microsoft right now, nah, you don't let PlayStation have any kind of advantage. So we'll see what they do. I think at the end of the day, it comes down to Satya Nadella, but he left Phil in charge of Xbox. So that might be a Phil decision what they do next. Do they make an Xbox Series X2? I don't know. What would you do? I don't know. You know, I do remember all of that foolishness back in 2013, 2014 about 1080p, 1080p, 1080p. You know, the developers were having problems getting 1080p faster out of the Xbox One, because a lot of the Xbox One's power was allocated to Connect, and once they took that Connect out of there, they was getting 1080p easily. And some developers was even getting 1080p, like Turn 10. I remember Ross in the Room at 900p was the best looking game you ever saw. Hell, I remember that on the PlayStation 4 side. Hell, what was that game? The Order 1886 was 900p, and it was one of the best looking games you ever saw. So I mean, I think the whole resolution shit is a wash, but that's the generation we live in now, man. That's the world we live in, man. Everybody, if you pay $700 and $500 for these consoles, you are owed these bells and whistles. I'm gonna just cut right to it. Now, I'll get more in depth with it later at the Unlimited Truths podcast, but I've said for the longest time that developers just aren't coding anymore. They aren't coding, man. And what I mean by coding is, and now I'm gonna read from the comments while we wait for Sega Man to return, and we're gonna get you in here, Tuck. Just chill for a minute. What I mean by coding is, back from 2006 to 2013, these developers knew how to code. Look at Grand Theft Auto 4. Grand Theft Auto 4, I think, is 12 or 20 gigabytes or less, maybe 15 gigabytes or 10 gigabytes, and it fit on a disc on the Xbox 360. And that was an expansive open world and one of the most fun games I ever played. 2011, Crisis 2. They said Crisis 2 could not be done on console. Somehow, Crytek found a way to get the Cry engine on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, and it ran beautifully for me, at least on the
Brother, you
Xbox.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
Sorry
Um,
about that, man. Sorry
no,
about
man,
that, guy.
no, man, no worries, man. You let me take over, so let me close out before I forget my thoughts. Yeah, so I'm thinking these developers, instead of worrying about the power of these boxes, they need to just start coding. Like again, man, I call a spade a spade. Look over on PlayStation 4, man. One of the best looking games that came out for that system was Man, it's like what you got? What you got? Your girls calling you, bro, at 9:34 in the morning. Don't let your wife see that, man. You get stuck there with a frying pan. Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima by Cyberpunk. Ghost of Tsushima is one of the best looking games on PlayStation. Period. Period. It's a beautiful game. I don't care what you think about Sony. I don't care what you think about the PlayStation games. Ghost of Tsushima is fucking gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's sucker punch at their best, right? It's one of the most beautiful games. I'm jealous of Ghost of Tsushima, right? But we finally got our equivalent over here on Xbox Series X. It was called Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga. But Ghost of
Yes.
Tsushima is easily one of the best looking PlayStation games ever made. And it's on PlayStation 4. Spider-Man is a play. Those PS5 exclusives are PlayStation 4 games. So these developers have to learn how to code, but because they can't code, they asked for these more powerful boxes, Sega Man, and Sega Man Tuck says he wants an invite. And so, because these guys want these more powerful boxes, who pays the price? You, the consumer. Who pays the price? You. You pay the $500, and now $700. Let me look in the chat.
Yeah, where we
Gaming,
at, E? Where we at in here?
gaming since the '80s says E-Rock X. Not to forget that the PS5 Pro is a digital-only console, so all your physical PS5 games will be worthless on the PS5 Pro. Yeah, you got a point, bro. They want you to cough up extra for that disk drive. Yo, that's crazy. Oh yeah, Unlimited Production says he bots racketeering Xbox Series X consoles in 2020 helped a lot of people get consoles 4 years ago. Yeah, he did, man. You know, he bot was out here like Al Capone, just illegally. It was like Chicago in the roaring 20s. He bought like, yo, man, I got that Xbox Series X, bro. I just want $500 plus shipping and handling. Man, I ran over there. Um, uh, Gaming since the '80s says can one up PlayStation by releasing Xbox can one up PlayStation by releasing a next gen Xbox in 1 or 2 years. True that, true that. You know what, gaming since the '80s, we still don't know enough about the PS5 Pro yet. We have to see in the next couple of months. But you better believe, brother, they're gonna hype this shit up to the moon. Matter of fact, it's gonna start today. It's gonna start. They're gonna gaming in the '80s. They're gonna be talking that smack on Twitter today about how the Xbox is dead.
Oh
Xbox is
yeah, yeah,
Xbox is
definitely.
done. Xbox is finished. Um, Unlimited says, E-Rock, I'm not talk about PlayStation dudes. They live and die on Twitter. They are irrelevant. Crap gamer will never convince the average gamer to drop $700. But he gonna try though. he gonna give it the old college try. But man, Sega Man, Gamer since the '80s says, Sega Man, did you celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Sega Dreamcast yesterday?
Yeah,
Sega Man,
yeah, yeah. I hear you, brother. What were you saying?
did you celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Dreamcast yesterday?
Yes, yes. I celebrated with our brother, our Hawaiian brother. You know, Sega Forever, and he bought. But I'm gonna do my own little thing later, E, because of work and different things like that. I'm gonna do my own little thing. So yeah, but I did kind of celebrate E, but I want to kind of do my own little thing on it, like show some games and like different systems and peripherals and stuff. Like I'm gonna do a live stream actually on it. So I want to
Oh,
like do it up real nice. You know what I mean?
what a great console that was. I had so much fun with that console, dude. I really did. I mean, it's the truth, man. For most people, like if you had a PlayStation 2 at launch back in October, was it October 2000? Was it October 2000? Yeah, October 2000.
Yeah,
If
it
you had
definitely was 2000. Yeah, around
if you had
October.
if you had a PlayStation 2 at launch, that first year, you weren't having as much fun as we were having over on the Dreamcast because that Dreamcast, that first year, man, oh my God, Power Stone,
Well, E,
Sonic Adventure, Soul Calibur, Dead or
yeah.
Alive 2, Crazy Taxi. I mean, a Jet Set Radio, dude. We could be here all day. Just so many great games, Sega man.
Hey, E.
Yeah,
Yo, bro. I know I was gone for a minute, but I wanted to say something super quick on that because we still got a little bit of time. It's still early.
yeah.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
mean,
bro.
Yeah. Well, what did you want to ask me about? What did I thought about the PlayStation 5 Pro coming out?
Yeah, I
I
know you're
never.
busy. Yeah, I know you. I know you was busy with the hot water heater guy, man. You had to get that shit straight because don't nobody want to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and wash their ass with cold water. So you had to go ahead and do. You had to go ahead and
Word.
do your business.
Uh,
But yeah, what you
he,
think, man? Go ahead.
um, look, I don't know what they're trying to do. To me, they really have really like put
Hey,
their nail in the coffin, bro, by doing this. This is the
hey,
wrong time to do
hey,
something like this at that price point.
hey,
Also,
segment. Hey, segment. Not to interrupt you real quick, but you sound rattled, bro. What did the water heater? Did the water heater guy ask you for $700? What
yeah, right.
did
But
he
here's
pull
the
the song?
thing. Here,
He pulled the
yeah,
Spaggy
but
on you?
yeah, right. But here's the thing, though. If he did ask me, I have it.
Yo, that's
That's the point. I have
man.
it. See, a lot of these guys out here, they don't have it. E, they don't
I heard
have
that.
$700. Let
I
alone
heard
E, they
that.
can't even buy the one that's out right now. They can't even buy. A lot of them
I
talk a lot
heard
of
that.
crap, E, and they still have PlayStation 4s. They don't even own PlayStation 5s because they can't afford a PlayStation 5, a regular vanilla one. Okay, let's
I
call it
heard
the
that.
vanilla PS5. They
I hear you
can't
too.
they can't get a vanilla PS5, let alone get a PlayStation 5 Pro that just does a little bit more. Like, but not even gonna get that. For $700, are they out of their minds? E, nobody's gonna buy that, man. You might get the hardcore that have some the money, but that's not gonna be a lot. That's not gonna be a lot at all. And like, what did our brother say? In the chat, our brother Graphic God. I don't even want to talk about what the price is going to be in Canada. Like even Unlimited says right here, PlayStation 5 Pro in Canada is $900, and in Austria $1,050.
Jeez. Mm, mm, mm.
What you think about that? Now, come on, bro. Seriously, you think they made a big mistake? They made a big mistake by doing this right now. They made a huge mistake by doing this right now, man. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's not going to sell. It's going to go the way of like that portable thing they have. They keep bringing out all
Mhm.
this hardware. I don't know what their problem is either. Are they that stupid? They keep bringing out all this hardware and nobody's buying it like that. Nobody
They
bought the PS5. What is it? The PSVR 2.
they
Nobody bought
trying
that portable thing that you can't take out of the house.
they trying
Now,
they're trying to get money, bro.
right now, they're bleeding. They're hemorrhaging. They're hemorrhaging. See, there's a thing people don't understand. I know people are mad because Phil Spencer, and I am too. I'm not gonna say I wasn't mad because I was at first. That he's like games are going over there. See, Microsoft is trying to help Sony. That's what they're trying to do because they're not mean like that. They're trying to help Sony with giving them
I
games and stuff.
I
That
I, I don't
they're trying
I
to
don't
help them, bro.
I don't think so, Sega man. I don't think they're trying to help Sony. I think they're trying to make money. That's what I think.
Well,
I think these video games cost a ton of bread, right? Xbox
yeah,
gamers aren't buying these games, not the way that you, me, Unlimited Production, and Hebot do, right? So
yeah.
I mean, they are hedging their bets. So okay, you hedge your bets with Indiana Jones. I just didn't like Sea of Thieves going over there. I don't want to see Forza Horizon go over there. But I could we could take the hit on Indiana Jones going over there, seeing how many games we got coming out, like Stalker 2 and Perfect Dark Zero and South of whatever that game is, South of we got a lot of damn games coming out next year. So I mean, 2025 is crazy, but like I think they did that for money's sake, man. I really do.
Well, you know what, E, you are right about that. I know we're into making money, but I think at the same time, like they were experimenting by putting games over here to see how our games over there that were on Xbox first would do. And the proof was in the pudding. They didn't do very well. Unlimited has said this a limited amount of times every time we did podcasts how the games that went over there have failed miserably, which
Yeah.
they have. There's people that are maybe playing Sea of Thieves a little bit and different things like that, but Hi-Fi Rush and all those other games that went over there have not done that well over there on that system. So I mean, I don't know what they think about that with them going over there, but like you said, it could be a money thing. And I know Microsoft's into making money, and that's fine and cool. But we all know as gamers, if the games that we play on Xbox that we support and buy go over to PlayStation, they're not going to buy them. They're not going to buy them. They're not going to play them. The only thing they do is play console war and want to say, oh, that's why we got your games and Xbox is dead. It's the same thing over and over and over again. It's so funny because you always know and predict what how sad these pony bots out here, what they're going to say. You know, these pony tethers and what they're going to say, because that's exactly what they say every single time something goes over there. Like this PS5 Pro, the PlayStation tethers, they're going to come out and say, oh, that's right. I thought you guys said you had the most powerful console, that you'll never be beaten in the power narrative ever again. It ain't true now with the PS5 Pro. Now we beat you in power. Now what? Xbox is dead. Miles will put it in a cardboard coffin. Miles will send it on its way. It's all coming. And me and you, Unlimited, he bought all of us. Zinc, Peltrex, everybody in the chat, Stone King, all of it. We all expect that to happen because that's what they do. That's exactly what they do.
It's going to happen today.
Yep.
And we've all seen this before, Sega Man. Remember last generation?
Yeah.
Remember. I think I had an Xbox. I had an Xbox One. Xbox One. Was it the Xbox One S? I had the Xbox One S, I believe, the little white
one. The white one.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
Now you guys actually ponied up for the Xbox One X. It's a couple of you guys had the big boy, right? But like when the PS4 Pro came out, the PS4 Pro that had just a little bit more. That it didn't change anything. It did. Oh man, I got to get rid of it. I got to get rid of my Xbox One S. Nope, I was still playing games and still enjoying games. I do believe though that Microsoft is gonna make an announcement soon. I don't, because they always pressing Phil Spencer for shit. They always pressing him for shit. I really don't want to see a mid-gen refresh, but at this point, man, who knows what these big corporations are going to do? But we just needed to address this whole $700 thing, because this is like one of the wildest things I've ever seen. We haven't seen anything like this since 2006 when the PlayStation 3 was announced, and people had lost their shit. People had lost their shit. So I mean, we're right there again. Sega Man, do you have any
let me apologize real quick. You want me to send him a link? I know you want it to be me and you, so that's why I wanted to ask you first. I can send him a link here. I can send Tuck a link if you want. Yeah, I thought we were doing a one-on-one, but I could send Tuck a link. I don't want him to think I'm ignoring him, or even Unlimited. If anybody Unlimited, Tuck, if you guys want to come in, just let me and E-Rock know in the chat. I will send you an invite. Hebot, if you hear this, Hebot, if you want to come in, I'll send you an invite. You want me to send him one?
Yeah. Just send them out links, right? And we'll go if you can.
We can go another hour or so.
No, another 30 minutes.
All right. Let me get them and send them a link. Now, listen. When I send them these links, if I go out, I'll be back in. All right. Just keep going.
I know. Sega Man.
Send the link.
I know it's hard to believe, but I've done these shows before. I'm a little bit savvy with how these work. Let's see what Unlimited Production says. Console industry is not growing stagnant, but game development prices are way too expensive. So games are going to more platforms. Same with Sony. Their games are on PC now. That's right. Yo, the realist, what's up, bro? Haven't seen you in a minute. Graphic God, by God, man, I haven't seen you since the Civil War. How you doing, brother? God damn, you still alive? The whole crew is here this morning, man. Unlimited Production says he's saving up all his energy for the night show. He's good in the chat. I got you, brother. Gamer Sister 80 says Panzer Dragoon Order. Man, I had that game. I had that game on the OG Xbox. As a matter of fact, I own it now. Graphic God says Dreamcast was the shit. Yes, it was, man. Dreamcast was all that. I had so much fun on that. At the time, man, we just couldn't believe the visuals. And yes, every once in a while. See, this is back when a new console came out, the graphics just knocked you on your ass. See, we're so used to good-looking graphics now, it is commonplace. Like, I was telling a buddy of mine back in the Xbox One days, you got to be careful because everything looked good on the Xbox One. Everything looked great on the PS4. Like,
all right, I sent the links, bro.
Okay. But like I remember back when the Dreamcast came out, that shit was unheard of. You know, Soul Calibur made me buy the Dreamcast. I was like, yo, and believe me, I was a Sega naysayer at that time. After the Saturn and after I owned the 32X. I didn't own the Saturn, but I owned the 32X.
Yeah.
And Sega was all over the place with their hardware strategy. That's a whole separate story that maybe he bought in Sega Man. We'll do one day about how Sega of Japan was fighting with Sega of North America. And, Bernie Stolar was in charge of Sega North America, and another president was in charge before him, and they did not want all that damn hardware coming out. But it is what it is. What it is. But when the Dreamcast came out and I saw those games, I was like, "Yo, I got to be a part of this." And what a great! Oh, I used to love Sega Rally too. Yo, man, that was just
Yeah. Yeah. That's
fun.
a good one. Yep.
Fun. Man. That was back when new graphics came out. It was impressive, but here we are, man. Here
You
we
know what
are.
I just bought for that? Let me tell you what I just bought for that real quick, brother E, because I'm a connoisseur of retro gaming.
Yes, you are.
I bought a HDMI cord that actually hooks up to the Sega Saturn to make it 1080p. Like
Oh
can make
man,
it look better and stuff on a 4K TV. And
it
it
was
looks
just
good. It looks pretty good, man. You can do that for the Dreamcast. You can do it for the Sega Saturn.
yeah.
Like the old systems like that. I think you can actually do for the Genesis too. You can buy these cords and it'll make it into like 4K or like HD, like 1080p or something. Make it look a lot better, more crisp, and it does. I played some games on there, and it's fantastic, bro. Whoever makes these things, they did a really good job with it. It cleans up the graphics, a little bit, makes it look better, like when you're playing
That's
on
great.
modern day TVs. Yeah.
That's great. That's great, man. Hey, listen, brother. When you owned your Dreamcast, did you ever get this disc? It came in a box. It was a disc, and it was called Bleem. Bleem. Have you ever heard of that?
Bleem. No,
Yeah.
see, here's the thing. When I got mine, I got it at launch. That my ex bought me it when it first came out. I got it. I just got the system. I didn't get nothing. This Bleem is where you can play PlayStation games.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you can play PlayStation games. But later on, what I required, I bought somewhere. E-Rock is Game Shark. I got the Game Shark disc where I can put it in and it'll do all like give me all kind of different things and stuff like that. Now I don't know if it could play if I put it in if it could play imported games or anything like that, but that's the only thing I got close. It's a video game enhancer and different things like that. You know what I mean? A lot of things you can do with this. Like you do all kind of codes, put it in your
Uh-huh.
computer, look for stuff, different things like that. Now I got that. Now I heard that thing's expensive now. If you try to get these things like that, but I got that thing a long time ago at a damn Goodwill for like $2 or
Wow.
something like that.
Wow.
You know what I
Wow.
mean? That's what I
Wow.
mean. When people were out there worrying about the newer systems, right? Your boy Sega Man was out there trying to gaffle up everything that was going cheap when the consoles were going under.
And that was
That's
smart.
what you have to do. Yeah, that's what you
That was
have to
smart.
do. When they're going under, you go everywhere. Oh yeah, the Dreamcast, man. This dude at GameStop, he told me, oh yeah, man, we got a lot of Dreamcast games for sale, bro. If you wanna buy them up. Like I got this one called Rival Schools, right?
Rival
Rival
schools
Schools.
united by fate. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one. Project, I think it's called no, it's Project Justice.
Yeah.
That's part two, I think, of Rival Schools. That
It
game
is.
right now is like almost $200.
I believe it.
And back then, when Dreamcast was going out, brother E, I probably paid 25 or something like that. It was cheap because I bought a few of them. I bought a few Dreamcast games at the time, and that's how you have to do it. Now, fast forward to 2024, you keep games like that in good condition, they're worth a lot of money, $200-300. You know what I mean? $180. It doesn't matter. Like 200 something. Some of them 300, especially Sega Saturn.
Mhm. Oh
Those
yeah.
games are
Oh
like
yeah.
$500, $400, $300, stuff like
Hey,
that, bro.
Rain G4 is in the chat. He says Sony gave ponies that 9 inches. They love the nine. Yo, hey Rain, they gave it to them with no grease. They didn't even They ain't even take him out for drinks or dinner. They just rammed it up in him. Like the look
Yeah.
on Dreamcast guy's face when he saw the price, it would just live in infamy forever. It was like an ex girlfriend broke his heart. It was like he went to the Rite Aid and they said, "Man, we out of pimple cream this week." He was just heartbroken.
E-Rock, what did they expect? What's up, the realist? E-Rock, what did they expect? Did they think the thing was going to be 499? This is the thing. They live in the past. That it's going to be $700-800, bruh. It's not going to be. They think they live in the past. They think it's going to be 399 or something like that, 400. They live in the past, bro. That thing's going to be expensive, and nobody's going to buy that shit. The only ones that are going to buy is the people that have the money to do it. The ones that have the money to do it, like the higher echelon, they're going to buy it for their kids or they're going to buy it for themselves. They're not going to buy it. The majority of the PlayStation guys are broke. They're not going to buy it.
Oh man,
They're not going to buy it.
yesterday was
It-
just a special day. It was
yeah,
so great. Where's this damn Tuck at now? He's like, yeah, man. Tell Second Man send me a link. Now
I
you gonna
did. I
see.
sent it to him too. Yep.
I believe it. I believe it. But yeah, man.
They're not going to buy it. You'll see. Yeah, they'll make in front of it. They'll make in front of Xbox and everybody in the chat. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. I didn't get to give you guys a shout out, but thank you for coming and rocking out with me and E-Rock this morning, man. We appreciate it. But man, they're not going to buy it. They could say it's more powerful, this much more powerful, and that's fine. I don't care. I really don't. I play my games. I don't care if it's more powerful. But you like everybody said, only for a little bit. Enjoy that while you can. The
Enjoy that.
PlayStation guys, enjoy it while you can, because the new Xbox is looking at that PS5 Pro around the corner. It's looking at it's going to catch you sleeping, and then when it comes out, pow! We're going to have the most powerful console again. So it doesn't matter. Enjoy your laughter. Enjoy your making in front of Xbox. Go ahead. I welcome you to do it. But you know that new Xbox is going to destroy that PlayStation 5 Pro. I don't think there's going to be a 6. I don't think there's going to be a PlayStation 6.
Yeah,
I don't
this
think they
might
can
be. This
afford it.
might be it. This might
I
be
think
it.
this is it. Yeah, I think this is it. E, I think this is their last console. I could be wrong, E. I'm not saying I'm right, but this could be their last console. Why are you bringing out all this hardware? You need to bring out more new games. Stop worrying about hardware. Hardware's not it. It's software, you know?
We haven't seen anything this entire generation. I've enjoyed a lot of games, but we haven't seen anything. I mean, there's been some surprises here and there. Psychonauts 2, uh, Ravenlock. There's been, whether you liked it or not, Hellblade Senua's Saga
Right.
pushed technology as far as it could go. Over there on PlayStation right now, they're enjoying Astrobot, which looks really cute. But I haven't seen anything genre defining. What I mean by genre defining, Gears of War 2006 just blew shit out of the water. I mean,
Yep.
an entire generation, the seventh generation was started because of Gears of War. We haven't seen anything genre defining yet, man. We haven't seen anything like, I always talk about games as being art. And
Yeah.
I guess you could classify Ghost of Tsushima as art, but not a lot of them over there bought Ghost of Tsushima. So, not in the numbers that Gears of War was bought. Gears of War was a phenomenon when that dropped back in 2006.
Yes, it
Bioshock,
was.
Bioshock was a phenomenon when that dropped back in 2007. Halo 3, when it dropped in 2007, it was an event, rivaling fucking rock concerts and shit we never seen before. We haven't really seen anything like that yet. And already here we are rushing to make new hardware. So again, I get back to the whole thing about while you were going, that these developers just aren't coding, man. They just aren't like it's about making worlds bigger and bigger explosions and better graphics and ray tracing. But we haven't seen anything that really is like, wow, like Donkey Kong Country in 1994. Like, wow, look at this. Like, I don't even like Nintendo anymore, but I want to buy a Super Nintendo so I can play that. Like, wow. Like, what?
Yeah, right.
Whoever at your local fucking bar or at your local fucking store in 2006 when you saw Gears of War, when you saw that shit, and everybody was like, wow, look at this shit, right? And when you got that shit home and played it on your television, you were like, "What?" Gears of War, the Xbox 360 and the PS3 alone, back in 2007, sold thousands, hundreds of thousands of high definition televisions. I know because I was there, right?
Right.
I spent $1,000 in February 2007 on some bullshit, a fucking Polaroid, 37-inch. But man, it was 1080 interlaced. I had never seen high definition before. That shit looked great for 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Now in 2000 fucking 24, we got fucking high dynamic range. We got 120 hertzes and all that shit. But this generation, I haven't really seen anything that makes you say like, wow. Hellblade 2 was almost there, but it's not a game for everybody. The combat is really hard. It's a really slow moving game, and it really, and I'm not being disrespectful to Hellblade 2. It's a tech demo for what Unreal Engine 5 can do. So we've already, if you over on Xbox, we already seen ray tracing. We already seen nanite. We already seen 60 FPS. So I mean, what else is there? Gaming since the 80s says the PS5 has 10 teraflops of computing power, and they released a sequel to a tech demo that can be played on the iPhone. Hey, look, man, that company, that company is wild, dude. That company is wild, bro. That's a wild company. Like I have to agree with Sega, man. I think this is their last gasp. If this thing don't sell, maybe this will be what finally knocks them out of the box. Unlimited Production says I bought Ghost of Tsushima. Graphics are great. Gameplay is all right. I'm not impressed with graphics when I don't have fun playing the game. Hey man, I heard that. I heard that.
Exactly.
I I,
Exactly.
I understand that, man. I
I agree with you,
understand.
Unlimited, 100%. I agree 100%. I agree with
Un,
Unlimited 100%, bro.
Unlimited Production says we have reached a point of diminishing returns for the technical aspect of gaming. So for me, the best games are the games I'm having fun with. So gameplay and creativity is often what captures me. Hey man, I'm there with you. I'm there with you. Sega man, what he means by diminished returns is where the fuck else can we go?
Yeah.
Where? Like we haven't seen photorealism yet. I don't think you're going to. I think I think a Plague Tale Requiem and a Plague Tale Innocence came close. Um, I think Gran Turismo, no, not Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo was gorgeous, Gran Turismo 7, but it's too video gamey looking. Whereas Forza Motorsports, when you look at it, it looks odd at first. It looks odd at first because nobody gave Forza Motorsports more shit than me. But if you look at Gran Turismo 7 on PlayStation 5, which is fucking beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. It's a love letter to everything uh, that Polyphony Digital and their boss Kazunori Yamuchi have done for the last 25 years. Look at Gran Turismo 7 with all of its bloom and sun rays bursting and effects on the cars. Now go outside and look at your car. Your results may vary. Okay. So Gran Turismo isn't real. It's a video game representation of what Kazunori Yamuchi thinks that cars should look like. I swear to God, Sega man, because I've been playing. I've really gotten back into Forza Motorsports after giving it shit, after
Yeah.
calling it dog shit. I've gotten back into Forza Motorsports because Turn 10 been updating the shit out this game, man. If you play Forza Motorsports and said fuck this game, play it now. They've updated it, man. They've enhanced the graphics. They've
Yep.
enhanced the lobbies. They've added more tracks. It's a completely different game than it was at launch. Take a look at Take a look at Forza Motorsports, right? With its ray trace lighting and its ray trace reflections. And now go outside. I'm serious. Go outside and look at your cars, and you will notice that Forza Motorsports is replicating real life. It took me weeks, months to figure this out because we never seen ray trace lighting before. No one has. Not even the PC guys have seen it. It's being
Mm-hmm.
done in Forza Motorsports, and nobody gave him credit. The ray tracing is real time. So now after the PlayStation 5 Pro announcement, they're like, oh yeah, well, Gran Turismo is going to have ray tracing in it now. Like we've already had that. We already had that over on Xbox. We
Yeah.
already had Nanite and all of that shit. We've already seen. So when Unlimited Production says we're reaching a point of diminished return, Sega man, he's saying, what else is there? What else? Like, how more realistic can you make this shit look? Like you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How much? What we need to do, what we need to see to end this long-winded conversation, we need to see another Jet Set Radio again. We need to see another Psychonauts. Let Tim Schafer Double Fine just go wow with all the money of Xbox behind them and make a platformer, which we don't have, a platform game, which we don't have. We need to see another Donkey Kong Country, which Donkey Kong Country came at the end of 1994, at the end of Super Nintendo's life, and they delivered one of the best looking games ever. It kind of really made Sega look crazy because Sega at the same time had the 32X was coming out and adapters and Sega CD, and here was this 16-bit game done by Rare that looked like it was fucking from another generation. We
Hmm.
need to see another Gears of War, a game that just captures the imagination of everybody. And I think it might be Gears of War Emergence Day. I don't know yet, but that's what Unlimited Production's talking about, Sega Man, when he says we've reached diminished return in graphics.
Yeah.
A fine example of this is Hellblade 2, Senua Saga. Hellblade Senua 2 looks goddamn amazing. It's amazing. It's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Her skin, she has pores in her skin. Her eyes, the way she looks, the rocks on the ground, her nanite. But it's for me, it was a boring fucking game. I'm sorry, Ninja Theory. It was a boring fucking game. I know it's sacrilege for an Xbox guy to talk shit about it. It was a boring game. Whereas I know right now I'm going to have a blast with Assassin's Creed Shadows. I already know that. I already
Hmm.
hell, I even got Ubisoft Plus just for it, so I can play Star Wars Outlaws. Um, yo, like people talk shit about Ubisoft, Sega man. They know how to make fucking games, dude. And their games are fun. Their games are engaging. And that's
Hmm.
what Unlimited Production's talking about. If he don't have fun with a game, he ain't fucking with it. He don't care how it looks. And
Yep.
and he stands by that. And I'm the same way too, man. Sega man, if within the first 5 minutes I'm not having fun, I'm out, dude. I'm out. And I've tried Immortals of Avium. I've tried all of this shit, man. It's like, oh my god, this fucking shit is
All these
boring.
games, yeah, man. So,
Yeah,
I mean, that's a good thing about our Ultimate Game Pass, right? You get all these games in there, and there's a lot to choose from, and there might be some that you download and play, or you don't have to use your memory. You can just download it through the cloud and play. And if it's something you don't like, you just move on to the next game.
the
So
the
you get a
money
lot of choices, man.
the money we've saved with Game Pass, Sega man. Because back in the day, I would have bought all of that shit. I would have bought
Yeah.
all of that shit. Like I'm thinking about buying Space Marines 2. It's called Warhammer Space Marines 2.
Oh yeah,
But
that's good. It's supposed to be
it,
good.
it looks good, but I'm waiting for a little bit more information. I'm waiting to see a little bit more gameplay video. There's a game coming out this month called Funko Fusion. And what it is, like,
Yeah.
you ever seen those Lego games like Lego Star Wars? It's
Yeah.
like that, except it's those little Funko Pop action figures, but it's
Oh, I
everybody.
seen that. That's
Yeah,
right. I seen
it's
that.
Chucky, it's He-Man, it's Battlestar Galactica, it's all of those Universal characters, it's Jurassic Park. There's a lot of games coming out this month. And coming soon, we got Stalker 2, which I know you're looking forward to. And in
Yeah.
December, Indiana Jones. Dude, Xbox is just destroying us with content over here, man. Like Game Pass is really it has become a monster. It has become a beast. And I think that's what PlayStation should have been concentrating on instead of more hardware. I think they should have concentrated Tears of a Pro, flip money. The way you said Tears of a Pro. Um, don't you think Sega Man, instead of concentrating on hardware, Sony should have tried to concentrate on making that Spartacus better? Their service,
Right.
their game
That's
service.
yeah. That's what I mean. I don't understand. I don't understand their logic of business when it comes to gaming. See, Microsoft gets it. And I know people don't really like Nintendo. Nintendo already knows they know what they're doing with their fan base.
Yeah,
That's why they won't do anything that's fresh and brand new, because they know if they keep slapping a coat of paint on Mario Kart or whatever comes out over there with Zelda, and they get all excited about it and they go out and buy it. That's why Nintendo keeps doing what they're doing. But I'm talking mainly about Sony, man. If they would just concentrate more, like you said, on that PlayStation asparagus or Spartacus or whatever, brother, and put their games in there. First of all, what they should have did, which they never did, and you could tell that they're greedy. If you want to really make that money, you should put your first party games in there day and date, and they will refuse to do that. You will never see Spider-Man in there. You will
Nope.
never see God of War in there. You will never
Nope.
see The Last of Us in there. You will never see Uncharted in there. You will not see none of their first party games in that subscription because they want you to pay $75 every time for remakes. If they do make something new, $75. If it's a remake, $75. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. They won't do that because they're showing how greedy they are. They're not going to put that in there. They're not going to do it, and they can't afford to do it like Xbox can. Xbox can't afford to do that. That's why they do it. That's why Microsoft does it because they can afford to put their IP in there day and date. Sony cannot afford to do that. They need you to buy that $75 one and done games. For your PlayStation 5 vanilla. I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to let you guys know out there. I'm going to let you PlayStation tethers know. Your PlayStation 5 vanilla, you can't even afford that. And you still have to pay $75 for your games. They will not put that in your subscription base. Their subscription base will probably blow up, E-Rock. If they announce today, E-Rock, hey, it's Sony Central. Today we're going to be putting our day and date brand new games, our IP, into our subscription base, the Spartacus. So expect those games to be coming to the subscription base soon. They would probably make a hell of a lot more money if they would put those one and done games in there. They're one and done games. Just put them in there. Put your brand new Spider-Mans in there, your brand new God of Wars, your brand new Resistance if you ever make them again. Put it in there. You know what I mean? But they don't want to do that because they want you to go out and pay that $75 for them one and done games. That's how greedy they are, E-Rock. They're not gonna do that, man. They're not
And
gonna do that.
you're right. You're
What
right.
you got? You
Hey,
got a dog, nigga?
hey, no, no, man. I'm right by the window, man. So
Uh,
that's somebody else's dog barking. Hey, man. Why did you tell me? I didn't know it was your birthday a couple of days ago, brother.
who?
It was your birthday.
No, it was in July.
Oh. Okay, okay.
What
You only.
happened? What happened is brother Hebot sent me my birthday gift later. He just sent it to me a couple weeks ago, and I did a video on it
I
because he
got
was he was busy doing stuff, looking for houses and
you. Yeah.
doing things and stuff like that. And I told him I would do a video on it. But my birthday was July 21st.
Okay, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
your boy Sega Man is in 52. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, we getting up there. But
You
yo,
know.
man, I look forward to the day when we can just talk about gaming and not have to deal with this PlayStation nonsense ever again. But it looks like that day is never going to come. So
It's
here
not
we
going to
are.
come for them, E-Rock. E-Rock. They refuse to do that. They will not put those Spider-Mans and God of War games. They won't do it. They won't do it. They will not. They would never do that. They want that money. They're greedy as hell. They want that money, and I understand every company needs to make money on games like just like Microsoft. Everybody needs to make money. I understand it's a business at the end of the day, and they need to make money. You can still make money, Sony, if you put your day and date games in there. But when you tell PlayStation Tether that, they want to move on to something else. Oh, Xbox sucks. Xbox got no games. They're dead. What about your games day and date? Wouldn't you like to see your games day and date in PlayStation Spartacus? Xbox sucks, bro. It's fucking stupid, man. They suck. See, they won't answer no questions, but they like to make in front of Xbox, but they can never answer any questions. Oh, well, they need to do that. We support the developer. We support the developer the same way too, dog, by having Ultimate Game Pass and downloading their games in there, or having an option to buy the game afterwards. So we support them both ways. So wouldn't that be the same with Sony? But they don't want to answer that question. It just gets quiet as hell, and you can hear a church mouse pissing on cotton. You know what I mean? Because it gets that quiet. Because it's the truth, E. They will never do that, bro. They will never, ever do that. If they do, I'll do a video on it. I'll do a video on apologizing. But they will never do that. They're not going to put the new Spider-Man into PlayStation a Spartacus. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do that. There's no way they're going to do that.
You're right, brother. You're right. You're right. You're
I don't
right.
know. You know what I mean? I don't see them doing it, man. Just like you said, if they would do something like that, there's a chance that they could survive. You know, but I don't see it happening, man. I just don't. I don't see it happening, man.
You're right, man. But it looks like Tuck ain't gonna join us, so man, we can wrap up whenever you're ready, man.
Is he in the chat, bro? Because I did say, Tuck, I sent you the link. What happened? You can't get in? Is he in there?
No, I don't
What's
see
up,
him.
Adidas? What's up, Adidas? He was just in here. He said something about hey, if it doesn't sell, it is their last console. He was talking about he was just here. Tuck, I sent you the link. If you can hear me, I'd sent you a link. If you want to say something real quick with me and E-Rock, go ahead on and hit the link, and I'll let you in the room, man. Because I sent you and he bought a link. I don't know if Hebot might not even be up, but I wanted to send him a link. I was sending an unlimited one, but he said he's cool in the chat.
Yeah, yeah, because he's saving his energy for later. You know, me, I just wanted to do a quick podcast with you because we don't get to talk that
Well,
much anymore.
what you looking forward to? You looking forward to Avowed and stuff like that? What are you
Oh
looking forward
hell,
to this holiday season?
I'm definitely I'm definitely looking forward to Avowed. I'm an RPG guy. I can't wait for Avowed. But this fall, I'm looking forward to really. It's a third party game, Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's basically Assassin's Creed in Japan, and
Yeah,
yo, man, I'm hoping that for those of us who don't have a PlayStation 4 or 5, that this is our Ghost of Tsushima. Again, I know the game is just an Assassin's Creed knockoff, but I mean, I just think that art style that they used in that game was really cinematic. And I like sometimes games that have that cinematic approach to it.
yeah,
Like Ravenlock. Ravenlock was a small game that came out for Xbox last year, but it really had this cinematic like approach to it. But Ubisoft never fails to deliver. Never. I know people hate Ubisoft because hating Ubisoft is a cool thing to do, but Ubisoft always delivers. And so I can only imagine what they're going to do when they take Assassin's Creed to Japan. Like,
yeah,
yo, man, this shit should be dope. I'm even liking Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars Outlaws is a good game. It's not for everybody, and I think David Jaffe, the guy who was a lead designer on God of War, he said this on his channel. Star Wars Outlaws does not hold your hand. It doesn't
mm-hmm.
hold your hand, and neither did Watch Dogs Legion. And usually when games don't hold your hand, Sega man, people just dismiss them or don't play them or say, "Oh, this game is trash." But Star Wars Outlaws is really good. It's a different take on the Star Wars universe because all we see all the time from Star Wars is Jedi, 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 Jedi versus Sith, Jedi. No, in this game, you are a thief. You don't have any powers. All you got is a blaster and a little creature to help shoot. And you're doing thief shit. You're a fucking smuggler and a thief and a crook, and you're around deadbeats and dregs of society. And it is a different take on the Star Wars universe. Ubisoft has other than Rockstar Games, Ubisoft has a unique talent with these open world games. We saw it with Assassin's Creed Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla. We even saw it with Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is their shortest game. Not my favorite out of the series, but their
Yeah,
shortest game. So Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed Shadows should be amazing. I'm even looking forward to Stalker. I'm not really that much into shooters, but I know you are. But I mean, that's
yeah.
another one coming. And then, man, Indiana Jones. What else is there to say about Indiana Jones?
Oh
And
yeah, that's another
come on,
one. Yeah,
yeah. What an open world Indiana Jones game? Like, yo, dude, bring it, bring it.
yeah. We're ready. We're ready. I'm ready for that. I can't wait to play that game. I can't
Yeah,
wait to
man.
see that game. That game looks phenomenal, bro. You could see the ray tracing in their face, the shadows, off of their face and stuff like that when they're at that when they're at the top of that snow thing. You can see all that stuff in there, man. I
I have
can't wait to start playing that.
I have no doubt that Machine Games got this shit right. I have no that's going to be a fun game, man. Only thing that sucks is waiting all the way to December, but I mean that's in a couple of months, man. You
Right
know,
around the corner. Yeah, it's right around the
yeah,
corner, man.
yeah. I don't
I
think
think
he's
it.
coming.
You
I
don't
don't
think
think
he's
he's
coming?
coming, Sega Man. Yeah,
E. I just want. Yeah, that's cool. You're looking forward to that. Like I'm looking forward to Stalker. I'm looking forward to. I know the new Gears won't be out probably till next year sometime.
yeah,
Um, but I'm still going to be playing my, Gears 5 and checking out just everything that new that we got coming out. That we got new coming out. I'll be checking out, man. Like Stalker, Evolved, uh, Indiana Jones. Trying to hear what's going on with Perfect Dark and Contraband.
yeah.
You know,
Yo, we got so many games coming out. We forgot about most of them.
yeah, you remember Contraband? I don't know
Yeah,
what. Then see what's going on. You're not really hearing much about the Contraband, but that looked like a promising game. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, that'll be cool. And then remember, we got the new. I don't know when they're coming out. Remember, we got those new Streets of Rages and Golden Axes and all that coming out from Sega. Remember, they're gonna
we
make
got
newer versions of all that stuff, man.
Fable. We got so many games coming out.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
heck yeah,
ridiculous.
heck yeah, man. I want to give a shout out to all you guys. Thank you guys for coming and rocking out with me and E Rock, man. We wanted to talk about that PlayStation 5 Pro that just gives you a little bit mo. We wanted to talk about that for a little bit. But like I said, E Rock, and I hope everybody in the chat, I don't know. I think Sony's very desperate. I think this is a big mistake, E Rock, to do this right now because we're going into Halloween. And then around Halloween is when, these retailers start early. Hey, Black Friday, Black Friday. They start real early. That's how they are because they need sales. They're hurting bad. They always start early, and they just did this at the wrong time, bro. I don't think nobody. It's bad. It's not gonna. It's not gonna. It's not looking goody. It's
Second
not
man,
looking good.
put up that last comment on screen.
Hold on.
It's from gaming since the '80s. It's the last comment.
Does it say people you wouldn't believe?
Yeah,
Is that the
yeah,
one?
yeah.
It's up. It's up right now. I have it up.
Um,
Peep. Can you
I'll
see
read it.
it,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you want me to read it?
People, you wouldn't believe it. The ex CEO of PlayStation told people to get a second job to afford the PlayStation 5 Pro. Does this sound familiar? If it does,
Yeah.
then it's because they said it with the PlayStation 3, and you are right. Gamers since the '80s, is this for real? I mean, I'm not shocked because Sony's done this before. I remember their former boss, Crazy Ken Kutaragi, back in 2006 when they made that infamous PS3 presentation. I mean, and PlayStation was really feeling themselves in 2006. I mean, they feeling themselves now, but 2006 was a whole new level of
Yep.
feeling themselves. It was a
Yep.
triumvirate of just lies and stupidity. Ken Kutaragi, the father of PlayStation, the guy who invented the box, Kaz Hirai, the executive VP, and Phil Harrison, who was basically an English dude who was their mouthpiece. The three of them believe none of what they say and believe none of what you see. But Kaz
Mhm.
Hirai went on stage famously saying, people will want to get a better job in order to afford my PlayStation 3. PlayStation 3 will instill discipline in children. I'm being dead serious. I didn't make up any of that. This nigga
Nope,
was
you
on
didn't.
some this nigga was on some Kim Jong Un shit about a fucking console. he was tripping. So you mean to tell me they're back to being that version of Sony again? Dude, this
Yep.
company.
Yep.
When is this fucking company gonna go die? When? When are they gonna fucking die? Xbox, I understand that Indiana Jones was part of a pre-existing agreement with Disney. We know that now. That's why it's going over there. It was part of a pre-existing agreement. But when is this fucking company going to die? They're the most arrogant company in history, and they showed they don't. Only a company that doesn't care about their fan base, Sega Man, will release a $700 console without a disc drive, without a fucking vertical stand. This is hubris. This is ego at its greatest, at its finest. This is like fuck all of you that supported us and cucked us on Twitter. They literally lined up Crap Gamer, Jabari Clark, MGB, Dreamcast guy. They lined up all the PlayStation guys and just shit down their throat and said, You're gonna give us $700 and you're gonna like it, and you're gonna get on Twitter and tell Xbox that they suck. We suck.
Right. Yeah.
we,
Yeah.
they're not charging us $700 for a fucking console, and they made gaming affordable with Game Pass. Yo, you just can't. You just can't, man. You just can't. You just can't, man.
Nope.
You just cannot make sense of this shit, Sega man. But that's it, man. I'm done. I don't have nothing left, man.
It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. And I want to give a big shout since to gaming since 1980. Yeah, and I believe that. I believe that is true. I believe that is true. This is what I mean, E-Rock. I don't know what they hate Xbox so bad, E-Rock, and PlayStation knows this, that they hate PlayStation hates Xbox so bad that they'll damage control the guy saying that. Get another job. Well, you know what? He's right. He is. He's right. I mean, if I do want that PlayStation 5 Pro that just gives me a little bit more, yeah, I think he's right. I'm gonna have to get another job. Hey, I got to support PlayStation, right? I got to support developer. It's just this is the thing that they do. But if it's Xbox, it's different. But anything that PlayStation says, they believe. That's a slap in the face to say something like that.
And,
That's a
and,
slap in the face, bro.
And for all of you, and for all of you out there who listened to past Sega Man shows and myself and past uh, Exile podcast saying, well, E-Rock and Sega Man, we caught y'all on 4K 4 years ago. You say gaming is more expensive and you might
Hmm.
have to get a better job to afford gaming. Yeah, we did say that.
Yep.
When shit was within the realm of reason. This is beyond the realm of reason. Asking seven, there's a difference between asking $70 for a game and asking $500 for Xbox Series X and asking $19 for Game Pass versus asking $700 for a console. It's completely different. It's
Yep.
completely different.
Yep.
It's two different things entirely.
Yep.
This is price gouging, and it's gouging your fucking audience because your audience is stupid. But hey, man, if they like it, Sega man, we love it. It's just the beginning of the end of this company. Hopefully, Sega man,
Yeah, I'm here.
yeah. And hopefully, it's just the beginning and the end of this fucking company, dude. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's what I mean. For them to do this, like, I mean, he just did a video a few days ago, about that and about the PlayStation 5 Pro probably becoming the truth, being truth and reality. But I'm telling you guys, me and E-Rock, he bought Sega Forever Unlimited, all of us, Zinc, Dea, First Lady of Xbox, Tuck, all of us. We all know that you guys just talk a bunch of bullcrap that comes out of your mouth. You PlayStation tethers you don't support gaming. You have your old PlayStation 4 that you're still playing on. And that's cool. If you still have an old PlayStation 4 that you're playing on that you have to clean out once in a while with baking soda because you got roaches in that shit, that's fine. That's cool. That's cool, okay? And I understand. That's fine, okay? Do you. But don't come on all these other podcasts where people can afford to play and have games and have worked hard to save up, let's say, for Xbox Series X or Xbox Series S, and they can enjoy next gen gaming. But you guys are shouting to the rooftops of PlayStation 5 you don't even own. And now they're going to bring out the PlayStation 5 Vanilla that you don't even own. And now they're going to bring out the PlayStation 5 Pro that just gives you a little bit more,
A
which
little
is
bit
going to be
more.
$700. You're not going to get one. So don't come in my live chat or in E-Rock's, we go do Exile or Unlimited, because I know some of you are going to be there when we
Of
do the
course.
podcast, and say that, yeah, PlayStation 5 Pro, it's more powerful. Now what? Now what? Yeah, I'm getting one. Now what? You ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting nothing. You're gonna still be on that PlayStation 4, because you can't even get a PlayStation 5 because you can't afford to get one. And I'm not trying to damage control anybody. Maybe you can't afford one. There's more important things than going out and getting a PlayStation 5. All right, guys. Be satisfied with what you got. You know what I
Word.
mean? But don't come on here and then say, "Oh yeah, that's why your dumbass Xbox Series X is garbage." Now what? Now what? No, we got the most powerful console. I mean, you mean you don't have the most powerful console? There might be
You,
somebody out there that does, but you don't. You know what I mean? So, like you said, they need to back it up, and they don't back nothing up. They don't. They can't afford it. Like I said, you need to go cut some, I don't know, cut some grass before summer's over. Maybe go rake some leaves in October.
Yo, bro, ain't enough cutting grass and enough raking leaves on this planet to get up $700.
I know, right?
Ain't enough. You gotta
Man,
you better go see if Amazon is hiring.
yeah,
Ain't
yeah,
no.
yeah, you better go see if Amazon is hiring. Maybe you can go out and I don't know, collect cans. I don't
Shit.
know, man. $700 today. You know how the economy is. We're not gonna get into that. It's the economy is so bad now. You're not going to be able to afford a PlayStation 5 Pro. You're not. You're not going to be able to afford it. It's going to fail miserably. There's going to be people out there that are going to get it because we got to close here. Me and you aren't got to close out. There is people that are going to get it. There is. Okay. And they're going to do a review on it and talk about it. There is. But the majority of the PlayStation fan base is not getting a PlayStation 5 Pro. They're not.
Man, imagine going to a retailer in 2024, handing a motherfucker your debit card, and him, if you even have 1,000 in your account, if you even have $1,000 in your account, right?
Yeah.
Imagine handing this nigga your debit card and him taking out $700 so you could play an upscale version of Ratchet and Clank. Imagine in 2024 going to GameStop and handing, I don't even know if they still make $1,000 bills, but
Right.
imagine handing this nigga a grip for a motherfucking console. A grip is street slang for 1,000. Imagine handing this nigga a grip for a fucking console. You need your goddamn head examined.
Oh, did you read that? Look at what Unlimited put. Let me read this. Confirmed. The PS5 Pro will still have 30 frames per second games. Xbox Series X is the best console. So you guys are going to go out and spend $700 because I'm being you guys right now. I'm being the PlayStation tethers right now. So you guys are going to go out and spend $700 on the most powerful console and still have to play games at 30 frames per second. I thought we all had to be at 120 frames per second. I thought we all had to be at the minimum, which we are at 60 frames per second. But are you going to go and buy this console now? You're not enjoying it. What are you enjoying? Are you going to go and buy this console now? That's what you say to us on Xbox. Oh, you guys are still playing games at 30 frames per second. Well, guess what? Your PlayStation 5 Pro, you guys are going to be playing 30 frames games at 30 frames per second. Now what? Do you have any? Are you going to answer that, or are you going to rebuttal that?
You
You
get
know what I
you
mean?
well, you got to understand the Sega man, like you say, and that's your new saying. Sega Man got all these sayings we got to copyright. We got to copyright. We're eating good over here, and Sega Man said it first. Are y'all going to buy it because with your PS5 Pro, you're getting just a little bit more. That's just Sega
Right.
Man. We just getting a little bit more. Oh man, you can't
Look,
write
this
this.
Christmas, this Christmas, the PlayStation 5 vanilla, there probably will be more people buying it because, Sony's not that fucking stupid. They're probably going to put it on sale, maybe knock 100 off or something like that for the vanilla. But you're not getting that PlayStation 5 Pro. They're not getting no discount on that. You're not getting no discount on that. They might have a deal where you could trade in your old ass Roach Motel 4s, and you might get roughly 90 or $100 or something like that. But that's still not going to be enough. You might have enough to get a regular PS5 vanilla by trading in your PS4 and all your games, because you're going to need all your games. You're not going to just get it with just that PlayStation 4. You know what I mean? To get you a 5, but you're not getting that Pro. You're not getting that Pro on trade. You better have a lot of stuff, a whole lot of stuff to trade in to get a PS5 Pro. That thing is $700 plus tax. It's more than 700. It's what is it? Is it seven? Is it $699 or something
Man,
like that?
it's six
Yeah,
ninety nine. It's 6.99, but I always round up to the nearest dollar is $700, man. After
and
taxes, probably
tax.
probably, probably 734.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
740. Because I
yeah.
mean, the the more higher an item is, like your televisions and the PlayStation 5 Pro, which is a little bit more, is the same cost of a stove or a gas range.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And check this out, E. If you take that 700 and let's say $40 that PS5 Pro is,
Oh
you can get
God.
yourself a nice ass 75-inch QLED TV from Best Buy come
Yes.
Black Friday. You can get a badass TV to play your games on, but you want to go buy a PlayStation 5 Pro that you can only play on your little 30-inch HD TV? Because I'm gonna tell you what, when Black Friday comes around, you're gonna see OLED and some OLEDs and QLED TVs probably like 65-inch, maybe a little higher for around that price. So
Yeah,
I would rather get a TV. Forget that PlayStation 5 Pro. I mean, I have a TVs. I don't need none. But I would rather get a good ass looking TV than go out and buy that thing right now because it's not even going to be utilized at
hey,
all.
Sega, man, I've been sitting here for like a year with my hands rubbing together like a fly, waiting for Walmart to say, "Hey, man, we got 65-inch QLEDs and
Yep.
OLEDs on sale for
Yeah.
$340."
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump on that shit, and
Yeah.
don't say it's not possible. I seen
Yep.
Walmart have sales you wouldn't believe,
Yeah.
man. As soon as they do that, I'm jumping on it.
Yeah. And then there's this one that's good. Also, you might want to look into called Hisense.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a
I know them.
Hisense. They have nice TVs and they have some of those too, and they'll be coming out at around that price or even a little lower. You might be able to find a OLED or QLED Hisense for around that price, and it'd be about maybe a 60 or 65-inch or something like that. If you don't want to go with the big boy like a Samsung or LG or
I believe it.
or something like that, because the high
I believe
senses
it.
are actually pretty good too. You'll get your Dolby Vision, you'll get your Dolby Atmos on top of it at an affordable price. That's way better than going out right now and getting a PS5 Pro, dude. These guys don't use their head. They don't use their head. I can find a lot more to do with $750 than go out and buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. That's ridiculous, man.
Like like I said, man, that's the price of a goddamn gas range. That's the price of a fucking. That's the price of a goddamn a fucking washing
Oh,
machine. Like god damn.
Unlimited's right. He said that's not counting the price of PSN. Yeah. That's
Man,
right, Unlimited. I cannot wait to do the show with you tonight, brother. Yeah, because we're going to be rocking and rolling on the Unlimited Truth tonight, man. It's true, man. And when we do our podcast with Brother Unlimited on the Unlimited Truth, everybody's going to be there going off on this, man. Because every right, so we have to do this because they always do it to us, and they're going to
yeah,
damage control us. I cannot wait, E-Rock. I cannot wait this weekend to just go all through YouTube and see all the damage control they're going to say about this PS5 Pro. Watch, they're going to damage control it like crazy.
massive damage control.
Yeah, massive. Oh no, this is what they need. This is what like all kind of. Oh no, they need to do this. They need to do this. Whatever. You have no games coming out for that system. You have nothing coming out right now. What you got, Astrobot? That's not going to save PlayStation. I mean, everybody likes it. That's cool. I dig it. Look, I can dig it. If you like that game, dig it. That's cool. That's cool. If you like the game and you're a gamer, you like that game, cool. I can dig it. But that's not going to save PlayStation. The controller is not going to save PlayStation. All right, it's not. It was part of VR and it became a game because they finally have something there with that, and that's cool. But that's not going to save you this holiday season. You have no games coming out like we have over here for Ultimate Game Pass and on Xbox. You don't. We have all kind of games coming out. It's not going to save them, man. It's not. Buying hardware and not having no games to play doesn't make any sense.
So Unlimited Production says he's going on 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
7 o'clock, man. Join us over on the Unlimited Production. Talk about this further, man, because the whole point of this video today that me and Sega Man did and the Unlimited Truth tonight is to get out in front of this before the Xbox community starts tripping out, man, like they do. They go start tripping.
Yeah.
Like today, they go start tripping. So we like to get out in front of shit so we can have our laughs ahead of time. and then move on to the next thing, man. Because this week's been moving so fast. Sony had
Yeah.
to fucking discontinue their game Concord that failed.
Yeah.
Then a week after they got finished sucking off of Black Myth Wukong, now they sucking off Astrobot, and now they having sticker shock over having to pay $700 for a mid-generation refresh that has just a little bit more.
Yep.
But today they'll be on Twitter talking about how, as usual, once again for the 290,000th time, it's the death of Xbox. Xbox is done.
Yep.
Man, Xbox been done since 2017. We've been hearing this. Xbox is done. Xbox is finished. Man, would y'all hurry up and let Xbox be finished? This shit been dragging on now for 14. Like, this shit been dragging on now for like a decade.
Yep. And guys, on that note, me and E-Rock, we gotta get the hell out of here. Come and join us tonight on the Unlimited Truth with our brother Unlimited. Big shouts out to the most powerful gamer. He did a great video on the damage controlling about what he be talking about the PS5 Pro coming out and different things like that. Go check out our boy, the most powerful gamer. He bought, man. It was a great, fantastic video. Go check it out, man. Its entirety. What's up to the Realist? Shout out to the Realist and Techno Blast and the crew over there with New Legal. Big shouts out to them guys. Yeah, go check them out too. You know, our brother 100 with Intermedia Gaming and Flip and the crew, man. But yeah, guys, we're going to get out of here, man. It was fun. I want to just thank everybody for coming. Big shouts out to the chat. The chat was on fire today, E-Rock. We had Gaming Since 1980, Rain G4, The Realist, Unlimited Productions, Graphic God, Gaming Since 1980, Stone King, our brother Tuck that we tried to get on earlier. A new guy just says hi, of Xavier or whatever his name is. Well, if you come back, Yazbaz was in here. Peltrex was in here, man. We had a lot of people that supports us, and we really want to give you guys a big shout out. Thank you for keep watching and supporting true Xbox Eccentrics podcasts like the Xbox Warriors podcast, the Exile with my brother, my brother E-Rock, the Don King of Xbox, man. This was a morning Exile podcast that we wanted to give you guys because we wanted to talk about that PlayStation 5 Pro. That just gives you a little bit more, you know. And we're clowning a little bit because they did it to us, so we're going to do it to you guys. And now we just want to get that off our chest. So E-Rock, in closing, brother, hey man, tell everybody where they can find you, bro.
Hey, you can find me anytime hanging out with Sega Man, and doing these little chats. And you can see us both tonight on the Unlimited Truth podcast, man. Tonight, 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Unlimited Production Xbox channel. It's the Unlimited Production channel. He is a Xbox channel. Check out his gaming content. We'll be on there tonight, man, with the entire crew, so we can dissect this whole phenomenon of what's it called, Sega Man?
What is it? Oh, the PlayStation 5 Pro that just gives you a little bit more.
We're going to talk about that tonight in great detail. Oh man, you can't $700 more for that little bit more. God damn.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Big shouts out to everybody in the chat, and come and join us. You can always find me on my channel, Sega Man 101, with my brother, the Donkey of Xbox E-Rock X, with the Exile podcast, the Xbox Warriors podcast. Our brother, Tuckmaster, he's been doing really good. He's always on point lately with his Dragon's Den podcast. So big shout out to you, Tuck. I did send you the link, brother. If you had to go do something, you missed it, but I did send you the link, man. But hopefully you can come and join us tonight with the Unlimited Truth and Hebot and the rest of the crew. Go Pole, all those guys, gaming since 1980. You guys rock, man. Thank you for coming and joining us, man, this morning. To just talk about that PS5 Pro, man. Y'all better, man. You better do something, man. If you really want that thing, you better go out there, like the dude said. Go get a second job. That's a slap in the face, man. Go get a second job. Go get it. Go get a job.
Go get 3 second jobs. God damn.
Right. That's what you're gonna have to do. And I believe that's true. That dude probably did say that, and that's a smack to the face to you PlayStation tethers. You should learn by that. That's a slap in the face for him to come out and say something like that. But you guys keep taking it with no Vaseline. But that's just messed up, man. But we're gonna get out of here, guys. All right, peace and love, guys. Xbox for life. We don't die. We multiply. And remember, baby, we're eating good over here. Peace.
Bye bye.
And stop looking up Kamala Harris's dress. Peace.